Hello my nectarines, Nono here and back with another video. As I'm sure you've noticed on the thumbnail, today we're doing some jade marble nails, and I quickly went through my stash to just kind of figure out what I can find so that I can make this set look amazing. I remembered I've got this beautiful Vendini marble ink or alcohol ink, whatever you call it. It is great. I love the shade. I also have this dark green gel polish from Nail Reserve in the shade CU. It almost looks black. I love this color. I also pulled out this beautiful bluish green cat eye gel from Born Pretty. I kind of felt like I'll be able to incorporate this gel in the set somewhere, somehow. We'll see as we go. And then I also remembered I've got this green from the Model 1's Christmas little gift box. Love this shade as well. And then I wanted to switch things up a little. Usually I'll go for some gold leaf, but today we're going to be using this Aurora 3D gel paint from Born Pretty. It's very thick and kind of gives me chocolate mousse vibes. And then lastly, I'm going to be using this eyeshadow palette, and I love how pigmented it is. I usually use it to create gradients on the nail. I'm definitely sure we'll find use for it in today's set. So for today, we're going to be doing a nail art video, and if you're new here, that simply means we're going to dive straight into the nail art. My full cover tips are already attached, and for today I chose coffin nails because I feel like they're not as popular anymore. Like, besties, what happened? Why don't you guys like coffin anymore? They used to be so popular. But anyway, let's get into the nail art. I'm going in with a thin layer of my milky white gel polish, and then we're going to give the set a 60-second cure. Now it's time to add those fine details, those little cracks and veins to our nails. I'm using the darkest green, and then I'm just literally like wiggling my brush as I go down the nail. There's no right or wrong way of doing this. Just wiggle. Just wiggle the brush as you go down. And then, you guys, to diffuse the lines, I'm just using pure acetone, and I am grabbing another liner brush. You want to use a liner brush that's a little bit old for this, that you don't care much for, because the acetone will dry up your brush so much. So all I'm doing is just diffusing that harsh line, and this really helps to make it look like nice little marble lines, and it just, it's so satisfying to do. I also realized that I never done a marble tutorial for my YouTube channel. I have done one for my Instagram and TikTok, but I've never done one for my YouTube. So I thought this would be a nice addition to, my little YouTube video collection. So this is how the nails look once we are done. We are now going to do the exact same step, but with white gel. Now with the white, you want to go in between the greens, almost trying to go like in different directions. You don't want all the lines to go the same way. And I will say that my technique is a very lazy technique. There are some nail techs who will break down, like down to the line, how to do this correctly. So I'm showing you guys how I do it very quick, and I just want to get it done. And then right after I'm done with the white, I do the exact same step where I diffuse it using my liner brush and my acetone. So this is how we're looking so far. Now we're gonna go in and add some dimensions with that little palette I showed you guys, and I love the greens on here, and this palette is so pigmented. So I'm using an old fluffy brush, and I'm just tapping the different shades of green all around the nails. By the way, you guys, I got this palette at a China mall, so that's why it kind of looks like a dupe for a very famous brand. And I'm sure you guys all know, but it works amazing. It's so pigmented, and it just lays on the nail so nicely. So I'm going to go around just adding different shades all around the nail, and then we're going to just dust off any excess so that when we apply another coat, it doesn't go all over the place. And now we're going to be going back in with that milky white gel polish we use as our base, and we're covering the entire nail. I love this step because it kind of diffuses all of that nail art and it makes it look a little bit further back. And it makes the whole nail look like it's got a lot of dimension. And those greens that we dotted on also just look so good. And yeah, they didn't go away. I tell you, that palette is the one. And I also just made sure to cure it for 60 seconds in my lamp. Now we're going to go and do the exact same steps that we did on the first layer, starting with that green, diffusing it with the acetone. And we're going to do that on all the nails. And you want to make sure that all the green lines are not all going the same direction. So change the direction up a bit for the second layer. That way it looks more interesting. And now it's time to go in with this beautiful marble ink from Vendini. It has like these sparkly flakes that settle down at the bottom very quickly. So I constantly have to shake it so that I get some of them because they look so pretty on the nail. The nice thing about marble ink is that it's super easy to work with, and where you place it kind of stays there. It dries very quickly though, but great news is that you can always go back in with a liner brush and just a normal flat brush with alcohol or acetone just to manipulate it and have it look exactly the way you want. I felt like this step just elevated the nail a little and just made it look so pretty. And you'll see I keep shaking the bottle because those little particles settle very quickly. And I'm going in with a little bit of acetone just to diffuse that marble ink so it melts into the nail. Now we're going to go and add the white little cracks. Remember, we only added the green, and now we're going to add the white. This time around I'm making them extra fine and very delicate because I'm not going to diffuse them. I'm going to leave them exactly the way they are. I'm sure you guys are like, aren't you done now? Like, they look fine. Bestie, this is the work art. This is art. We're creating art. Be patient. And then finally we're going to add the little gold flakes using this Aurora 3D gel from Born Pretty. And you will notice I'm only focusing it on the parts that look like a V or a Y. My brain just said that makes more sense. I think it gives more jade stone. So I'm really tucking in those Y's and V's. I'm using a dual-ended brush, so I just flip it over to just diffuse it a little, just make sure it looks pretty and it's sitting where I need it to sit. Now this is my secret weapon to make my marble nails look extra special. I'm going in with my transfer foils, and these are like the transparent ones and they're iridescent. They're so pretty. I chose the oil sleek one. I think it looks very pretty. I don't really have anything on my nail to make it stick, so wherever there's a little bit of tack, the transfer foil will stick to, so it's sporadic and it's just all over the place, which is perfect because it's supposed to look like a stone and it's got imperfections. Most importantly, when the nails hit the light, they look so magical. Off camera, I did go around the gold flakes with the dark green gel polish just to make them look more settled in and like they are forced into the nail, and they look so pretty. Now we're going to cap everything with my Supreme foundation. This is just normal builder gel, and I'm going to float it on. And I did this for all the nails, and once I was done floating, I flipped the nail upside down so that I have a nice little apex and all those nice little details are encapsulated in the nail. And then of course I cured the set for 60 seconds. Off camera, I did apply my 9-wipe top coat, and now we're just finishing up with some cuticle oil, and this is how the overall set turned out, you guys. I think it's really pretty. I love creating marble nails. They're so much fun. I hope I kind of made it simple for you guys. I only went in with 2 layers because I thought that was enough. You can go in with 3 or 4, as many layers as you like, but most importantly, just make sure you love them at the end. I think they're so pretty, especially in all different lightings. You can see all those nice little details, that foil, those flakes, so pretty. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I really have been enjoying reading your comments. You guys are the best, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. I love you. Bye.